Happy Memorial Day with my Union Jack in the background. Welcome to Beachwood Bells. Today's workout is 1 round on the warm-up. You're gonna do 5 hamstring dynamic stretch. 10 swings, 5 walkout push-ups, 20 swings, 1 Turkish get-up per side, 30 swings. Circuit 1 is an EMOM. It's a basics EMOM. You're gonna set your timer for an EMOM, 10 minutes, so it dings every minute. And every minute, on the minute, you will do 2 one-arm swings, 2 cleans, 2 rack squats, 2 presses, 2 snatches. Just the one side. Rest for the remainder of the minute. At the top of the next minute, you do the other side. If you find that you have 40 seconds left and you are not tired at all, you can do a couple things. 1, you can go up 1 rep per exercise, so 3 of everything, or you can increase your weight. If any of those things are still not working, you can add a couple push-ups at the end, 2 or 3. Circuit 2 is a ladder, going up the ladder only, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 4 exercises. You're gonna do a waiter rack lunge. You're gonna do single leg deadlifts, an anchor row combo, and half kneeling halos. You're gonna have a pair of bells. They will be different weights. I used 4 different kettlebells, and I started with my heaviest pair on 2, and I kept sort of subtracting the heavier one and substituting a lighter one. And I'll explain that in my voiceover. For the first and third exercise, here's where it gets a little complicated, but we're super smart, right? First and third exercise, you're gonna just do 1 side per round. And for the second and fourth exercises, you're gonna do both sides per round. I'm not gonna say anything more because the more I say, the more I complicate the issue. Okay, the third circuit is 3 sets, 3 exercises, 5 windmills per side, 1 swingaroo, and 5 push-ups with a slow eccentric phase. That is the lowering phase. You're gonna count in your head, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Super slow, great form, tight butt, tight abs, squeezing everything. The only equipment you'll need today are kettlebells. Today I used a 16, a 14, a 12, and a 10. Oh, I also used a knee pad. Handy dandy. And of course, my Gym Flex timer, Gym Next Flex timer. So these are the. So you straighten the legs and then bend them. The spine stays straight. You're never standing up all the way. That was quick. Then 10 swings. Take those slow. Feel the stretch in your hamstring. Remember your breathing match on this. Walkout push-ups. Taking your time to find a good hand position. Make sure you're not feeling any joint pain here. Keep your butt tight, core tight. Never speed through your warm-up. This would be 20 swings. I'm just going to show you 10 of the swings here, but you're going to do 20. Root those feet. Nice vertical plank at the top. Hiking that bell high in your junk. Turkish get up. Elbow, hand, hip bridge, leg sweep. Half kneeling, stand up, step it back, sit through, elbow, back, carefully put the bell down with both hands. Make sure your shoulder's packed, elbow locked, wrist straight. Just lifting your hips enough to sweep that leg under so you can get into the half kneeling position. And then you'll finally do 30 swings. Again, I'm only going to show a few swings here. Inhale, hike, exhale, hip snap. Circuit 1, EMOM. So you've set your timer for 10 minutes. 2 swings, 2 cleans, 2 squats, and then not a thruster, 2 strict presses. Back to the rack position, hike it, snatch, snatch. Remember to hike hard on the snatch so the bell can float. Resting for the remainder of the minute. So I just switched bells there. I realized the 12 I was using was going to be too easy and I would have too much rest. So I switched to a 16. Keeping the elbow super close to the ribs, glued to them if possible on those cleans. And I am bending over to the side there because these are feeling heavy, but I want to stay straighter. But my form's not really, oh, see, look, switching hands. That's going to remind me which side to do. I'm going to do that throughout the hour here. The nice thing about 2 reps is that you can go maybe a little heavier than normal and you have pretty ample rest time. So this is a good opportunity to practice some heavier snatches and some heavier, all of the other things too. Showing it from the side. Not overextending the hips at the top of the swing. Elbow stays close to the body. Back to the rack position, hike, snatch. One last hike to park. I think I was going to say before, even though I was bending to the side on my presses, it's not really messing with my form to the point where I should scale back on the weight. So keep that in mind for yourself. Taking everything slow to medium tempo. We have time. We don't have to rush. Soft elbow on the snatch on the way up and on the way down. Switching the wristband again. Presses are looking stronger as my body warms up, gets used to the movement pattern. Nice tall straight spine on the squats. Squeezing the handle on the presses. Squeezing the butt at the top of the snatch. Big hike. Okay. So this is going to start with my set of 4 reps. So the heavier bell is in the rack position and the lighter bell is in the waiter position. I'm stepping. So do you see what I just did there? I messed up. That's telling me my weights are too heavy. But that was the end of that exercise. So when I get to 6 reps, I will go lighter. So I think I've got a 16 in my right hand and a 12 in my left hand. So I'm going to do 4 single leg deadlifts per side, but I'm not going to switch bells. I'm only going to switch bells round to round, but not within the round. And I'm going to wear my wristband on the heavy bell side. So if you have a wristband or a rubber band that you can use to keep track, it will help. So this is the anchor row combo. 1, 1, together. That's 1 rep. This is why you are not going to do both sides, both positions of the kettlebell per round. And it's a reverse lunge on the rack waiter lunge. Here come the halos using the knee pad. It doesn't matter which leg is forward. Trying to halo around the neck. This is a hair messer-upper, especially if you're wearing a ponytail. Holding it by the base of the horns upside down. Lots and lots of shoulder opening here. And some core. So now I'm gonna get rid of the 16 for the remainder of this circuit. And I'm gonna take the 14 with the 12. Switching the wristband. Now the heavier bell is on my left. V formation for the clean. Tilt the bells. Nice tight clean. Press the 1 bell. I'm just finding a way to use that pad for my knee. And the leg that stays forward is the one with the bell in the rack position. Always, always, always. Trying to keep that waiter side nice and straight, bicep by the ear, bring them back to the rack, hike park. The bells don't switch around, they stay right where they are. Single leg deadlift both sides. If you're not feeling this in your butt, really, really make sure you're hinging back and not just tipping over. Bells stay in the same hands. Right, left, right, both. Left, right, both. Trying to use just muscle here, not momentum. And back stays flat, and you're in a hinge position like the bottom of a deadlift or swing. Take as much rest as you need to between exercises, between rounds, and definitely get your ego in control so that you don't hurt yourself by going heavier than you can. This was my challenge all the way through this circuit. I don't know if you can hear all the lawnmowers, it being Memorial Day and quarantine, everybody's mowing their lawns. Got a little confused there. So remember, the leg that matches the rack bell stays forward. Because you could conceivably lunge back with either leg with your hands in whichever position. So that's an easy thing to forget which leg you lunged back. So that's why I have that rule. Always a method to the madness.
Don't lie to me. Body turns to what fall in love. What makes you happy is what makes you drown. But what you want and what makes you bad. And give me a chance to make things right. But just be honest for once in a while.
You can tell I'm tired here because my back is rounding. But it's not terrible. I'm not in pain. I'm not straining my low back. It would probably be better if my shoulders were a little more plugged in. But I like to demonstrate great form and okay form for you. Make sure you're using weights where you can get your thumb all the way to touch your side boob chest. If it's not going up all the way, you've gone too heavy. If you don't have enough bells to switch them up, as I have been doing, oh, I'm getting rid of another one, bringing in the 10. So now I've got a 14 and a 10. You can, maybe you could just use one bow, if that makes sense. And just a waiter lunge, just a rack lunge. Also, depending on your shoulder mobility, you might need to hold your waiter arm, the one that's up in the air, down by your side as a suitcase, which is an option if you want to use the uneven bells, but you can't hold that position. Always aiming for the pinky toe with the kettlebell that's in the working side. Switching legs, but not switching bells. These are really great to build your butt. I thought I was going to fly through this round because I have a 10 and a 14, but it was really hard. And along the way, I can feel my form start to deteriorate. And my torso's lifting up for the double row in a way that's no good. So I'm battling with this, and then I give up. And I get rid of the 14 and I grab the 12. I have 2 reps left. Miniature micro rest. Sweating like a pig. And last 2 reps with good form. Great for your lats. And then 1 more set of halos. Using the lightest bell in my collection now, the 10. So you see the pattern here. As the reps increase, the weight decreases. Don't let your body wobble all over the place here. This is a core stabilization exercise as well as a shoulder mobility and strengthening exercise. So the windmill, here I am showing. Send your hips back. Both feet are pointed out the door and the hips go in the opposite direction, looking up at the ceiling. See my torso kind of rotating towards the back wall. And the down hand slides down the inside of my leg. So that's with no weight. Here's the other side with weight in the bottom hand. We're going for a dynamic stretch on the hip that's facing out the door. Sending those hips back. And then the most advanced variation is to hold a kettlebell in the top hand above your head. And here you'll practice packing your shoulder, locking your elbow, not letting that wrist extend. I'm showing all of these options at the beginning, and I would, if I had completed 3 sets, which I did not, of this circuit, I would have counted these as part of my 3 rounds. The knees bend ever so slightly. When you test for this at an RKC certification, I think you might have to keep them straight, I'm not sure. The second exercise in this circuit is the swingaroo, so that's 5 swings. On the right, swing to switch, 5 swings on the left, then 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, ending with 5 two-hand swings for a total of 35 swings unbroken in a chain. Inhale, sharp exhale. So. The silly noise is to make sure you keep your intra-abdominal pressure, keep braced. Without that sound, you're letting more air out. And the point is to not, is to keep the air in there. Thank you for working out with me. Oh, this is a drawing from my daughter. Cute, huh? Thanks for keeping me sane and strong and smoking. Happy Memorial Day. I hope that this is helping you as much as it's helping me. It is helping me tremendously. Stay safe, stay sane, stay strong, stay smoking.